how much money, when I say long term, I'm talking 40 years, right? As to whether or not we want Port Franks to be a viable port, and how much is that worth to us. I think it's a good idea we do this, at least to find out how much it costs and all the rest. If it's something we can do, and find used equipment with other municipalities, and it's good for us for a few years, great. But if it gets way over the top, right, we've got to look at where we're living here. We live at the end, at the mouth of the Meandering River, which is very silty. Its name is Osaba, for goodness sakes, off the Sandy River. So, you know, I just want to keep that in mind. I don't want to go way over the top with it.
Oh, no, very reasonable.
Okay. Councilor Scott?
I think it never hurts to find out what something costs, or whether it's viable through other things. The other thing that we have to understand is because we could be potentially an owner of a piece of equipment, or however that would work, which is what we'll have to look at too, we still have to get the required permits to do anything on that river through ABCA. We still have to approach the ministries, you know, the Ocean and Fisheries, M&R, and anybody else that has any concerns with our river. So owning the equipment may be one thing. Being able to use it whenever we want willy-nilly isn't. Like, we still have to follow all the rules that are there. So as long as we're aware of that when we vote on that, then that's great.
Any other discussion on the motion?
Just to follow up Lori's point, there was some discussion about having a standing order at the various upper levels of government so that we don't have to go through the process and someone, you know, is sick for a month and they're not here on holidays. And so, is that possible from your experience?
Yes, as part of that process, if you did proceed, you would get an order which would allow you, under certain conditions, and those conditions would be, you could go in and repair or fix or dredge.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah, it's Grand Bend too. It's serious, yes.
Any other discussion on the motion? All in favor of the motion? Carried. Okay, thanks, Tom. I think that's maybe all we have for you.
Thank you very much, and I just want to extend my thanks to your staff, Janet, Brent, Patty, Carol, for a good working relationship with them.
Thanks, Tom. Where are we?
Oh, no, bylaws.
We are we got everything else on the agenda covered except for the bylaws. Bylaws 192, 129, 130, 131, and 133 is confirming. 4 bylaws. Councilor Underwood moved those bylaws. Councilor Russell seconded. Questions on the bylaws? All in favor? That's carried. Counts. No counts. Notices of motion. Captain Mayor Dec.
Thank you.
This would be to receive it. The council wants to have it brought back to the next meeting on the 17th.
You want to explain it all? No?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
So we're passing the motion, or we're passing the motion to bring it back. That's the procedure. Goes to the next meeting. So the motion goes to the next meeting.
All right.
All in favor of that? Okay, I'll deal with that. New business? Any new business that we have to deal with? Councilor report. Councilor Underwood.
Yes, the optimists so far started up their fundraising program for the spray pad to be built on the 1st of July in the forest. And I've seen pledge seats out and stuff like that, and I encourage everybody to take an interest.
Okay. Councilor McGuire. Councilor Scott.
I attended the Legion today and had a Christmas lunch with the ladies in Story. A great bunch of people. It was very well attended. It was a pop-up. And I also attended the seniors supper on Saturday night, which was a really nice event.
Okay. Councilor Russell. No. Councilor Cook.
No.
Deputy Mayor Dec.
Yes, well, a couple quick things. We had an excellent time at the Kiwanis Parade a week ago Saturday. I don't think that you mentioned that, but Martin was there in Klein Forum too, as the mayor was. It was amazingly well attended for a small town. It was great. The county is going through some interesting discussions right now, large financial expenditures. I think one of the most significant is with regards to the research park. We're trusting it all resolves. It had its major setback when the anchor tenant, which was the call center, left back in May. And since that point, they haven't been able to make their payments to the county. It's amounted to $1 million actually. And so there's been some reconsideration of the costs, and the county approved a $2.5 million revolving credits for the research park, which is interesting. And I did challenge that. I felt it was a bit high. I know that they have to do some leasehold improvements, which amount to $6,800,000, but they're looking for some more to get themselves back on their feet as well. And also the money that's owed to the municipality, it plus the ongoing capital costs will not start to be repaid until December 2013, as I recall. So there's going to be, at that point, having asked the treasurer of the county, it may have amounted to $2 million in back fees that they're going to have to start paying in 20 equal payments. So it's struggling right now, but we're trusting that there's this new energized project manager to get it back on its feet. I think he has great potential, so that's something that could impact us in the numbers in the future, just so that you're aware. And I went to the Woodlot bylaw committee discussion at the Agricultural Advisory Committee, and there's a lot of concerns expressed there, very, very strong concerns by the representatives of the agricultural community, and I certainly trust that their input as well as the public's input is going to reshape that Woodlot bylaw, which is really, really important. So I think that's all I have to share.
Okay. I guess I'll report on a few of the things that I've attended. There was a meeting of the community leaders in Grand Bend at the area foundation. There was a workshop on future projects that are like to get together, similar to what we had back a few years ago at the service clubs and the foundation in the area. They want to help build a stronger community, work together. Some time and money, volunteers, and so stay tuned for that. Attended the Chamber of Commerce Awards dinner up in Hasselland. They held the dinner. It was a great event. First, they had give out their awards. Jim Southcott was the first recipient of the Dave Scatcherd community, get the actual wording of it, but a community volunteer that gives back to the community, and it was a great night for that. As Deputy Mayor has mentioned, the Forest Parade, we had a big attendance. I attended dinner with the Blue Water Shrine Club, and there was many guests from around the area. That was Wednesday night from Wingham and Kincardine, so it was a good night. The Anglican Church had a forest festive frivolity, supporting of Contact House. A real great night to get you in the Christmas spirit, singing the Christmas carols and listen to the stories that were told by volunteers in the areas, and also the Fort Bragg seniors the other night. Getting too many dinners. I guess that's all that I have to report on. So, item 14, the opportunity for the public to seek clarification on an item that council has dealt with in the agenda. Mr. Ruppke.
I actually have 4 items I'd like clarification on. The first one being item 4.1. This is correspondence from the Grand Bend and area realtors that you received and filed. I guess I have a question. You obviously have suspended our CAO, and I'm wondering when will council inform the public why John Burns was suspended?